Motorcycles have always been a symbol of freedom, power, and engineering excellence. But for collectors, some bikes are more than just machines. They're priceless pieces of history. Over the years, certain classic motorcycles have shattered auction records, selling for jaw-dropping amounts. Today, we'll explore the most expensive classic motorcycles ever sold. Vincent Black Lightning, $929,000 in 2018, a 1951 Vincent Black Lightning made history when it sold for $929,000 at an auction. This British masterpiece was one of the fastest production motorcycles of its time. Only around 30 units were ever built, making it extremely rare. What made this particular bike so special? It was the exact motorcycle that set an Australian land speed record in 1953. With a top speed of over 150 miles per hour, it was truly ahead of its time. Cyclone Board Track Racer, $852,000. This bright yellow 1915 Cyclone Board Track Racer fetched $852,000 in 2015. Built by the Journes Motor Manufacturing Company, this motorcycle was a powerhouse in its era. Equipped with a 996 cubic centimeter V-twin engine, it was capable of speeds that rivaled many of its competitors. The Cyclone's history, combined with its rarity, only a handful still exist today, makes it one of the most valuable motorcycles ever sold. Harley-Davidson Strap Tank, $935,000. One of the most expensive Harleys ever sold, the 1908 Harley-Davidson Strap Tank, reached $935,000 at an auction in 2023. This was one of Harley's earliest models, featuring a single-cylinder engine and a simple minimalist design. Despite its age, the bike was in excellent condition, with many of its original parts intact. Given its historical significance, it's no surprise that collectors were willing to pay nearly $1 million for this rare piece. Brough Superior SS100, $1.2 million. Often called the Rolls-Royce of motorcycles, the Brough Superior SS100 was a legendary machine in the early 20th century. One particular SS100, once owned by George Brough himself, sold for an incredible $1.2 million. What made this motorcycle so valuable was not just its brand, but its historical importance. Brough Superiors were custom built for each buyer, and this model featured some of the most advanced engineering of its time. E90 AJS Porcupine, $7 million. The AJS E90 Porcupine holds the record as one of the most expensive motorcycles ever sold, with a staggering price tag of $7 million. Only 4 units of this model were ever built, making it one of the rarest bikes in the world. Designed as a Grand Prix racing machine, the Porcupine helped rider Les Graham win the 1949 500cc World Championship. With its unique design and limited production, this motorcycle is a true collector's dream. Hildebrand and Wolfmiller, $3.5 million. The Hildebrand and Wolfmiller holds a special place in motorcycle history as the world's first production motorcycle. Manufactured in 1894, this German-built machine had no pedals, no clutch, and a primitive liquid-cooled twin-cylinder engine. Due to its historical importance, one of these rare motorcycles was sold for $3.5 million, making it one of the most valuable vintage bikes in existence. Captain America Chopper, $1.35 million. One of the most iconic motorcycles in pop culture, the Captain America Chopper from the 1969 film Easy Rider, was sold at auction for $1.35 million. The bike, famously ridden by Peter Fonda, became a symbol of the counterculture movement in the 1960s. With its extended front forks, high handlebars, and patriotic paint job, it remains one of the most recognizable motorcycles ever built. Neiman Marcus Limited Edition Fighter, $11 million. Unlike other classic motorcycles on this list, the Neiman Marcus Limited Edition Fighter is a modern collector's piece. With only 45 units ever made, this futuristic-looking machine features an exposed carbon fiber and titanium frame, giving it a unique skeletal appearance. While it was initially priced at $110,000, A bidding war drove its final auction price to a mind-blowing $11 million, making it one of the most expensive motorcycles ever sold. Brough Superior. Old Bill, $470,000. Another legendary Brough Superior, the Old Bill, sold for $470,000 at an auction. This motorcycle was originally built in 1922 and modified multiple times by George Brough himself. It earned its nickname due to its involvement in numerous races and victories. The bike's racing history, combined with its status as a personal ride of George Brough, made it highly desirable among collectors. BMW RS255 compressor, $480,000. The BMW RS255 compressor is one of the most legendary race bikes from the pre-World War II era. With a supercharged 500cc engine, this motorcycle was a dominant force in Grand Prix racing during the 1930s. Only a few were ever built, making it an incredibly rare find. One example was sold for nearly $480,000, a testament to its historical and engineering significance. Honda NR750, $100,000 plus. While not the most expensive motorcycle on this list, the Honda NR750 is a collector's dream. Released in 1992, this limited production superbike featured a revolutionary oval piston V4 engine, allowing for 32 valves instead of the usual 16. With only 300 units ever made, pristine examples of the NR750 continue to appreciate in value, often selling for over $100,000. Conclusion. For collectors, these motorcycles represent more than just speed or style. They are pieces of history, engineering marvels, and symbols of an era long gone. As time passes, the value of these classic machines continues to rise, proving that for some, motorcycles are not just a mode of transportation, but an investment worth millions. Which of these classic motorcycles is your favorite? Let us know in the comments below.